What if the ground beneath us disappears? Soil erosion is silently reshaping our planet. The Earth's skin is washing away rapidly. Every year, billions of tons vanish. Fertile land turns barren before our eyes. Crops struggle where nutrients once thrived. Without soil, food security collapses dangerously. Rainfall becomes a destructive, unstoppable force. Wind carries precious topsoil across continents. Rivers turn brown with displaced earth. Forests once protected fragile, fertile layers. Now deforestation exposes land to erosion. Farming practices often worsen soil degradation. Overgrazing strips vegetation protecting vital ground. Bare land invites storms to steal nutrients. Topsoil forms over thousands of years, yet erosion removes it within decades. This imbalance threatens future generations deeply. Healthy soil stores water and carbon efficiently. Eroded soil loses both essential abilities. Flood risks increase as soil disappears. Landslides become frequent in weakened landscapes. Farmers witness declining yields every season. Dust storms grow stronger across degraded regions. Entire communities depend on stable, fertile soil. When soil erodes, livelihoods crumble silently. Nutrient loss forces reliance on chemical fertilizers. Fertilizers temporarily mask deeper soil problems. Degraded soil cannot retain water properly. Drought impacts worsen without healthy ground. Climate change intensifies erosion dramatically worldwide. Extreme weather accelerates soil displacement further. Coastal regions lose land to relentless waves. Mangroves once reduced erosion along shorelines. Their destruction leaves coasts dangerously exposed. Mountain regions face severe topsoil losses. Slopes collapse when roots no longer anchor soil. Urban construction disturbs protective natural layers. Concrete replaces earth, preventing soil regeneration. Sediment clogs rivers and damages ecosystems. Aquatic habitats suffer from muddy, polluted waters. Soil erosion connects land crises to oceans. The problem grows silently, often unnoticed. Yet its consequences are profoundly devastating. Our future depends on protecting living soil. Soil erosion weakens the foundation of civilization. Ancient societies collapsed after losing fertile land. History quietly warns us about neglecting soil. The Dust Bowl devastated millions of lives. Poor land management triggered massive displacement. Today, similar patterns are emerging globally. Intensive agriculture strips protective crop cover. Monocropping reduces soil resilience over time. Heavy machinery compacts soil, limiting absorption. Compacted ground increases runoff during storms. Runoff washes nutrients into nearby waterways. Fertile particles drift far from farms. What remains is hardened, lifeless ground. Desertification spreads across vulnerable dry regions. Grasslands slowly transform into barren landscapes. Africa faces severe soil degradation challenges. Asia also battles widespread agricultural erosion. South America loses forests to farmland expansion. Cleared forests expose delicate soil layers. Without roots, soil stability disappears quickly. Rivers swell with sediment after storms. Dams fill prematurely with displaced soil. Infrastructure suffers from excessive sediment buildup. Water quality declines due to erosion. Fisheries struggle in muddy environments. Coral reefs suffocate beneath drifting sediments. Erosion damages both land and sea ecosystems. Soil contains essential microorganisms supporting life. Erosion destroys these invisible beneficial communities. Healthy soil teems with bacteria and fungi. These organisms recycle nutrients efficiently. Degraded soil loses biological diversity rapidly. Productivity declines when life disappears underground. Farmers compensate using increasing chemical inputs. Chemicals further disturb natural soil balance. Costs of farming rise steadily worldwide. Small farmers suffer most from declining yields. Poverty deepens where soil fertility fades. Migration increases from degraded rural regions. Urban centers expand as farmland shrinks. Food prices rise as supply weakens. Global markets feel the strain silently. Soil erosion becomes an economic crisis, yet the warning signs remain overlooked. The clock is ticking beneath our feet. Climate change accelerates soil erosion dramatically worldwide. Intense storms strike with greater destructive force. Heavy rainfall strips exposed land rapidly. Longer droughts weaken soil structure severely. Cracked earth becomes vulnerable to strong winds. Wildfires remove vegetation protecting fragile ground. Burned landscapes erode faster after rainfall. Rising temperatures reduce soil moisture retention. Dry soils lose cohesion and stability. Glaciers melting expose loose sediments quickly. Coastal erosion worsens with rising sea levels. Saltwater intrusion damages fertile coastal farmland. Once productive deltas face steady land loss. Riverbanks collapse without stabilizing vegetation routes. Wetlands shrink, losing natural erosion barriers. Mangroves once shielded shores from destruction. Their removal increases vulnerability to storms. Soil stores vast amounts of carbon. Erosion releases this carbon into atmosphere. Carbon emissions intensify global warming cycles. A dangerous feedback loop begins forming. Degraded soil captures less atmospheric carbon. Healthy land acts as climate regulator. Damaged land accelerates environmental instability. Food systems grow fragile under pressure. Staple crops require nutrient-rich, stable soil. Without nutrients, harvests decline steadily. Global hunger risks increase dramatically. Water scarcity worsens without absorbent soil. Aquifers recharge slower in degraded regions. Flash floods replace gradual groundwater replenishment. Communities lose reliable, clean water sources. Biodiversity declines as habitats erode. Grasslands lose native species rapidly. Pollinators disappear when ecosystems destabilize. Livestock suffer from reduced grazing quality. Rural economies weaken alongside soil health. Conflicts may rise over shrinking resources. Nations compete for fertile, productive land. Environmental refugees increase worldwide silently. Future generations inherit weakened landscapes. Rebuilding soil takes centuries of patience. Destruction happens within single seasons. The imbalance grows more alarming yearly. Our planet's foundation is quietly crumbling. The crisis is severe but reversible. Protecting soil begins with smarter farming. Cover crops shield land from erosion. Their roots anchor soil securely underground. Crop rotation restores nutrients naturally over time. Reduced tillage prevents unnecessary soil disturbance. Contour plowing slows water runoff effectively. Terracing protects vulnerable mountain slopes. Agroforestry combines trees with productive crops. Tree roots strengthen and stabilize soil. Reforestation rebuilds damaged ecosystems gradually. Restoring wetlands reduces coastal erosion naturally. Mangrove planting protects shorelines from waves. Sustainable grazing prevents overexposed fragile land. Organic matter improves soil structure dramatically. Compost enriches land without harmful chemicals. Healthy soil absorbs and stores rainfall efficiently. Regenerative agriculture rebuilds long-term fertility. Farmers adopting change see resilient harvests. Governments must support sustainable land policies. Incentives encourage conservation-focused agricultural practices. Education empowers farmers with protective knowledge. Technology monitors erosion risks in real time. Satellite data tracks soil degradation globally. Early intervention prevents irreversible damage. Communities can plant trees and vegetation. Urban planning should protect natural landscapes. Construction projects must minimize soil disruption. Individuals can support sustainable food systems. Buying responsibly grown products drives change. Soil conservation strengthens climate resilience worldwide. Healthy land feeds billions sustainably. Protecting soil protects future generations. Every handful of earth holds life. Beneath our feet lies civilization's foundation. Without soil, progress cannot survive. The solution starts with awareness. Action must replace passive observation. The earth cannot heal without effort. Time is limited, but hope remains. Restoration is possible through collective commitment. Soil is not dirt, it's life. Safeguarding soil safeguards humanity's survival. The ground beneath us deserves protection. Our future depends on living, thriving soil.